Good morning and welcome back to coldwaters.mod. Today we are stalking a boomer in the Narwhal class, and I've set this up as something of a bandit unknown. Now, if you follow Growling Sidewinder does those videos. If you follow Growling Sidewinder on YouTube, and he does aviation videos, you may be aware of what that means. And what we mean here is we have an idea what we're up against.
Sonar, new contact bearing 352, designated Sierra 3.
But we don't know exactly, and I'm stalking boomers today. And it looks like we've got a Yankee and a November, but now the Sierra 3's popped up. What's this? Not a Victor 2. We've set this up to be a boomer engagement mission. I'm going to just push F2 and just see if we can take a look if it's surface or submerged. Oh, it's submerged. So this isn't the end of a campaign, but I've set this up to be similar to the end of a campaign. We're stalking a boomer. Our primary objective is to sink the boomer. What is this? Oh, it may be in a cooler. I think it is.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, and it looks like the Yankee is moving west to east. I think the Yankee is an older boat. Let me see. First fully modern. Has SAMs on board. That's great. It looks like it's an older. What's this? Okay, that's its ballistic missile. So set 65-3 is okay. The November we know is also an older class boat. I'm not too concerned about that, given it's set 65s. Now the Akula is something else. That's a big modern submarine. I think dwarfs the Narwhal, which is not exactly. Well, I don't want to say she's chunky, but she's over 5,000 tons. Well equipped and nice and quiet. So interesting that the Akula is between me and the Yankee. At least that's what we think it is. So her depth is not massive. The November is 100 feet. That crew is probably scared they're going to have to bail out at any time. And the Yankee is sensibly enough is deeper. I'm going to drop my depth a little bit.
Make depth 656 feet. Dive I.
We're with 328. Okay. So I'm happy to continue going west. But I think I want to maybe try. Well, I don't want to get particularly close to the Yankee. No, actually, I don't mind getting that much closer to the Yankee, but I don't really want to get that much closer to the Akula. What do we reckon the Akula's acoustics on me are? Okay. So, -1 passive. Nothing on the towed array, so it might be pointing towards me, maybe. Or it's moving quickly. No, it's doing 4 knots. We estimate it's 4,000 yards away. Yeah, I don't like that. November couldn't hear me. So I learned something watching a YouTube video yesterday, at least on the day I record this. I'm going to go ahead and change course.
Come right to 081 Helm I.
And that is that the game assumes that
Dive at 328 feet. Dive I.
a torpedo launch, and I suppose a missile launch, I'm not sure about that, is 20 decibels. What this means is if I launch a torpedo now, passively it's -15 decibels, it'll be +5 decibels. It's not going to hit.
Sonar, new contact bearing 007, designated Sierra 4.
It's not going to hear me.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 352, designated Sierra 5.
What's going on? That looks like a mic signature.
Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Sierra 5 then. That looks like an alpha class. Is it bad that I'm getting to learn
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
the signatures? Not really. I may have played it a bit, and he's probably not pointing towards me. He wouldn't hear me. We'd have a party, he wouldn't hear me. Let's see. So the Akula. Actually, no, let's go through. Yankee, still pretty deaf. Akula, yeah, it will hear me. The Alpha couldn't hear me. The November couldn't hear me. The Mike.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 009. Contact faded.
He wouldn't have heard me, but he's disappeared, so okay. That's 5 submarines. Well, I've dealt with more in the Narwhal than I've coped, so this could be interesting. I think I want to get my depth to 500 feet if I have to, or at least 500 feet if I have to dip out at high speed. Let's get myself down to, I guess, 656. So the set depth box at the bottom left of the display, you've got the traditional single arrow up down. You've got the ones next to it that allow you to sort of fast to change that level quicker. So fast up, fast down, I suppose you might say. Let's go and do 656.
656 feet, dive I.
Advantage of going deeper is that if I have to go to flank speed, I won't cavitate. If I have to go to flank speed, something's gone wrong. Probably won't mind cavitating that much, but it does give a bigger target for anything that's listening to me, so submarine or critically a torpedo. The Narwhal is not exactly a speedy boat. She'll do 25 knots, but 20 to 25 takes roughly the length of the United Kingdom mainland, so if I have to go to flank speed, something's gone wrong. I need to be using stealth today, as opposed
helm, steady course.
As opposed to being that little bit aggressive with the skipjack. As I might be with a skipjack. I think actually I've changed my mind. I want to see if I can duck in behind
left 2, 3, 1, 6.
These guys,
helm
but
high.
what I'm gonna do.
Come left
Yeah.
2, 3, 2, 3. Helm I.
I was tempted to increase my distance from him by continuing or turning starboard, but that would present my baffles to the Akula and I might lose contact. I don't really want to do that. So, depth is the Akula. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. When something a bit more interesting has happened, I'll be back. I think that qualifies as interesting. I've picked up what I believe is another boomer. It's a Typhoon. And we have a better idea of where the Akula is. It really is between myself and the Yankee, so that's not good. And another contact's popped up, so that's now 7. This is turning into one of those scenarios where, yeah, I said game, hey, give me X, between X and Y bad guys, and it's closer to the Y than it is to the X. Many levels. Why? Well, it's okay. Is that another Akula? Dang. It is.
Con sonar Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
I've had worse days, but I am way too close to be dealing with these guys right now. I think my best chance is to probably head slightly more west.
Come left 2, 2, 8, 2. Helm I.
See, if these targets are going in this direction, give or take, it would be nice if I can sort of plot along this way, so I'm in their baffles, and then launch at them. And if I take it slow and steady, there's a chance I could make that happen. I say chance, but there's also a chance that they're going to detect me and I will then be on the defensive. So I want to try and keep on the offensive here. That's going to be challenges. Is that the mic? Yes, it is. The mic's gone deep because that's what they do. That's what they can do. What's the mic's depth? It's something like 4,000 feet. Yeah, 4,000 feet depth. So, great. Look at this. It's the Yankee boat. Is there something behind it? No, maybe not. Okay. And let's look at this Akula.
Helm, steady course.
Right, there we go. Can't really get an idea for the size of this thing, but it's big. And it's well equipped. Yeah. So Voto pads, whatever the heck they are. Let's take a look. What are they? Minimum range 6,000 yards, up to 55,000 yards. It is a it's a torpedo, right? So, okay. So if I'm inside 6,000 yards, which lucky for me, it's not really lucky for me. I am within 6,000 yards. Great. There's another one up here. We don't know exactly where he is. Nor do we know where the Typhoon is. But that's 7 submerged contacts. Alright, well, I'll pause the recording and let's see what pans out. But yeah, this is becoming interesting. As in the we're going to die interesting. I'll be back.
Helm, steady course.
I've unpaused the recording but kept it in accelerate time because we've now identified the location of the Typhoon.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 011.
That November was coming right at me, so I diverted just a little bit further west. But now we're back on track. Get these torpedoes primed for submerged contacts. This may be happening exactly as I want it to. Maybe. Though I am, to be terribly British, I am bloody close. They're doing 4 knots though, so that's maybe why. I drop my speed to 4 knots.
Make turns for 4 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I'm a little quieter, but just a little. It's not really that much. I mean, she really is a quiet boat, at least in this game. But yeah, there's seemingly, it feels like there's a lot of stake here. Oh, let's go ahead and put it back in accelerate time. It's going to take multiple hits to sink the Typhoon. Normally it's a 2, 3, or 4 torpedo. Now, maybe 1 torpedo might get lucky, but it takes multiple hits. The Akulas can often withstand a hit as well. They can still be okay. The Mikes, I'm not so sure about the Mikes. You'd think it would be an incredibly tough boat, but maybe not. The Alphas you'd think would be incredibly tough as well. But yeah, Alphas typically only take 1 as well. Well, my plan is working so far. We are still sneaking. You have to imagine me going sneak, 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 sneak. If you know me in the real life, you'll understand that I totally do that all the time. And it always
Helm right
works.
2, 3, 4, 7. Helm eye.
My long-suffering and most beautiful but petite wife will testify as such. At least I hope she will. She might deny everything. Look at this. Oh, you beauty. Yeah, I'm about the right distance away, so alright, I'm thinking now I want to stack probably at least two torpedoes for the collection of 2 SSBNs and the Akula. And then 1, I really would like to take out the southernmost Akula. It's much more of a threat. But that may not be a thing. So I want these torpedoes. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose the wire. I'm okay if that happens. I'll maybe end up running at 20 knots. It's probably going to run potentially north right now and circle back. Once I fire, I really need to get out of dodge. Now, if they don't detect the launch, which I'm hoping they don't, that means we can run at 50 knots and keep those wires connected. So let's see. Right, November, can't hear a thing. A cooler would hear me launch. Most definitely hear me launch. Typhoon, yeah, it's going to hear me. The Yankee is not going to hear me. This Akula here is maybe going to hear me launch at this distance. The Alpha, probably not going to hear me. Probably is going to hear me now. And the Mike, again, possibly not. Yeah, so they are going to hear me right now, but that's okay. I'm still making the arc.
Right 0, 0, 0. Helm I.
Still swinging around behind them. Now this November Sierra 2, not that big of a threat, so I'm not discounting him, because anything with a torpedo is a threat. Any light aircraft with a hand grenade is a threat if you happen to be close enough to the surface. Ask me how I know. So, going to continue to sneak. At least we haven't picked up any more contacts. The Typhoon's a very quiet boat, so the fact that we picked it up is nice. I mean, when I say nice, but what is the quietest boat? 115, 140, 137, 115, what's the Mike? 117, yeah, they're all pretty quiet. Well, the Alpha and the November aren't. Now, my rating is 110 decibels, so we are quiet.
Helm, steady course.
We are quieter. But yeah, the fact that I picked up the Typhoon and the Akulas is good. Okay, let's just keep this thing going as it is. I don't propose to increase my... actually, it will increase my speed to 5 knots at least. I don't think anything's going to hear me, but...
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
just
on.
check. Yankee, no. Akula, no. Second Akula, no. Alpha, no. November, no. Yeah, okay, so I'm all good. But this Typhoon's towed outright is not being useful. That's interesting. Oh, it's not even deploy. Oh, yes it is. Okay. He's changing his depth then. Yeah, the size of that monster. Let's see. What does everything else look like? Yep, definitely smaller. That's the Yankee. Kula doesn't look too big from here, but maybe she's just a little portly, shall we say. Alpha is small. Much smaller than we are. It's nice and agile, and whoa, November on the surface. Oh, no, not quite. Nice side-on aspect there. Can't see the Mike and the Typhoon. Yeah, it gives an idea of the scale, and then if we go back to us, yeah, we're not the biggest. All right, I'll pause the recording again, and I'll be back. I think we're about the perfect location because I think everything is. Oh, the Typhoon would still pick me up, but most everything else. The Akula will as well. Oh, okay, we're not quite the perfect location, but the number of submarines won't detect me. I really want the Typhoon and the Yankee to not pick me up. And they are now turning back. It would appear, I mean, I'm right on this guy's 6, but he would still... he'd still hear me launch. It's going so slowly, that's probably why. I was hoping that we'll be able to launch soon, but I may have to, I guess, ultimately go back to my original plan, which was all the way up
Come
here.
right 2, 0, 2, 1. Helm I.
I guess I've had to go the long way around because the Akula has reached the end of my suspected path. It's gone in almost a complete straight line. Everything else has weaved a little. All right, well, I'll accelerate time again.
Con, helm, steady course.
Waiting for the Typhoon signature to go to can't hear a thing. And he hasn't. So a little disappointing, but I mean, I would want to give these beasts the best that they could, and as soon as I crank my speed up to 15 knots, they're probably going to hit me, and I'm certainly not going to hit them. I've got to make these shots count. This feels like the best place. Yeah, they're going to detect me. It's not quite the perfect engagement I'd hoped it would be, but it's probably not going to get much better. Slowing down. The mic can't hear me. That's good. So he is, even though he's at 2150 feet, if we look at him, he's right off the bottom. But these torpedoes, the Mark 48s, can reach 2600 feet, so he is not safe from me. It's going to suck to be him. This guy, yeah, most definitely being cautious. I don't think I can avoid this. I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet. 10,000 yards away, so a lot could happen in 10,000 yards. Well, plus my torpedo's got to track there, right? Let's just go for it, I think. Yeah, you only live once, so we'll send 1, 2 to the cluster of SSBNs. We'll certainly take out one of them, hopefully. We don't know which way they're going to go when they flee. Are they going to head in a straight line? Are they going to divert north or south? So we'll send 1 to each corner. Right, so 1's going to go here.
Shoot tube 3.
One's
Aye,
gonna
sir.
Yeah.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
This one is going to run here. Let's take out this alpha if we can.
Con,
Yep,
fire
there we
control.
go.
We've lost the wire.
And then this one is going to run here, and we're going to see if we can take out the November.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is cavitating.
Right, so now
Con sonar, launch transient from.
that's what I didn't want to happen, but okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 084. Contact faded.
Yep, we've certainly got their
Con
attention.
sonar lost contact. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
Yep, I gotta crank it now. I'm gonna lose the wire. It's
0 knots.
it's okay.
Maneuvering eye.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing
Well.
105.
Stay await for the
Con
inevitable
maneuvering, making
missiles
turns
coming my way.
0 knots.
So at least clear up the display. Let's get my depth down. So I've got a moss
Passing
loading.
800 feet.
There we go. Just losing some of them.
Con
It's
sonar, Sierra 5 is cavitating.
gonna get these
Passing
tubes
900
reloaded.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready. Passing 1,000 feet.
That's good.
Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Make depth 1640 feet. Dive I.
Okay, I am very happy that we've not lost the wire. And I don't appear to know exactly where we are.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering
So
eye.
we may have dodged, well, I would say a bullet, but a whole bunch of bullets. Huh. Well, that's good to know. I don't know whether I want to get my Todari out just yet, because we may need the extra speed, but yeah.
Dive at
Look at this.
1312 feet. Dive I.
And they're going in a straight line, so kind of I guess in a way I expected this. Yeah, they pretty much firewalled it, and they're for the off. So that northernmost torpedo
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
might not end up doing much right now. I really want torpedo 3 to be clear of the alpha. On the other hand, if I engage the alpha, it's not a bad thing. I've certainly caused turmoil. I'm not going to be able to catch the Typhoon in a tail chase, though. I can match his speed, So I've got to hit him with one and try and slow him down. I'm heading in the wrong direction.
Come right to 030. Helm I.
Okay, I think I'm going to make 3 is going to go active. Yeah. It's a long tail chase to catch this typhoon, but we know roughly where it is. They've got 15 minutes of fuel.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 2, 3.
Con,
Okay.
helm, steady course.
This has not worked out so far.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
But it looks like this Alpha's being engaged by his own torpedoes, maybe? So that's worked out. Yeah, everything else, that hasn't worked out. And I don't really want to send another torpedo because they'll get a pretty good idea of my location. Then again, they are running away from me. Yeah, it's not going to hurt. Well, I mean, it might hurt, but...
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Okay, I reckon this typhoon's going to be doing 25 knots. 23 knots, yeah, we're not going to catch him, I don't think. We've got to hope that we get the Yankee, who's disappeared.
Cons.
For what it's worth, I'm getting my Todari out. I'm going to turn a bit more towards...
Come right to 078. Helm I.
a bit more towards the target. I need to get this torpedo
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 4, 6.
away from my location as well, so it doesn't give me away. Like, they're going to have an idea where I am anyway, but at least it doesn't get the torpedo giving it completely away.
Con, helm, steady course.
This Alpha's in potentially a whole heap of trouble. Oh, okay. That's
Come left to 015. Helm I.
that's not great. Yeah, that's really not good. Okay.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
That's my... I only have 2 Mosses, and that's one of them gone.
Come left to 337. Helm
I'll
I.
send 4 on its merry way to the Typhoon, because I might be about
Con
to...
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 1, 5.
I might be about to lose. Yeah,
Con
I think I
sonar,
am.
lost contact. Sierra 2.
Make turns for 2.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water.
Yep.
Torpedo in the water.
There's my
Bearing
surprise
1, 2,
base.
7.
My Todari is out, and I'm just started retracting it, so this is where it gets interesting.
Make turns for 25 knots. Maneuvering I.
It's being reeled in. Okay, we might be alright. I don't think so.
Fire control. We've lost the wire.
We might be. I've got to start evasive maneuvers now. Can't detect this torpedo.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 5. Bearing 1, 7, 0.
Can't see it either.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2. Bearing 1, 4, 4.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 7, 4. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 7. Last bearing 1, 1, 3. Contact faded. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing 1, 2, 2. Contact faded. Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 3, 0.
Con, knuckle formed.
Means we can knuckle at 24 knots. Okay.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 2, 5.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 5. Bearing 1, 7, 6.
So I was being a little
Con
dramatic.
sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 3. Bearing 1, 2, 3.
Being a little dramatic when I said
Con
that.
sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2. Bearing 1, 5, 0. Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 8, 1.
Make turn. turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Okay. I was being a little...
Maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
being a little dramatic when I said that the Narwhal takes a long time to get up to speed. That wasn't so bad.
Come right to 090.
And
Helm aye.
we do appear to have lost those torpedoes. I'm going to get my towed arrow out again because I'm feeling optimistic. It also got retracted pretty quickly. So we got one. This Alpha is being tracked by a couple of torpedoes.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 1. Con, helm, steady course.
No word where mine ended up going. This mic is also gone all over the map.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 194.
But we don't think we've managed to get a...
sonar, noisemaker bearing 143.
We haven't managed to get our hands on a SSBN yet, I don't think. So, I guess right now we're kind of stuck a little bit. I can take my revenge on anything that thinks about getting close to me. This Alpha is seemingly out of the picture, but I'm very aware that the Mark 48 will bite me. If
sonar, noisemaker bearing 144.
If I let it. Well, at least this mic's being chased by something. That's encouraging. I don't know what it is though. I'm guessing it's one of mine. I mean, surely that's one of ours. I don't know. Bloody loud sonar though. So yeah, okay. This really didn't go to plan so far. We got the oldest, least valuable boat to the Russians.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 204.
Guess what we'll do?
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's drop to ultra quiet. This equivalent must be making a stack ton of noise. Yeah, because it's doing 33 knots. Which, curiously enough, it's only 2 knots slower than the tigerfish can go. So yeah. I mean, there's one of my lonely torpedoes we're able to pick up, which is this thing here, and that's cruising along. So on its way. Let's see, what else can we see? That's one of their... That might be my Moss. That's one of mine. That's one of theirs. That's one of theirs. That's one of theirs. That's one of mine. Okay. Well, there are a few fish in the water, but I gotta say, a little bit of an anticlimactic engagement so far.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 213.
I was rather hoping we'd get more than one, but so far nothing. And that Typhoon, I mean, he firewalled it, he got whiff of an attack, yep, he's off. The Yankee just disappeared completely. So I don't know whether he snuck away quietly and could be anywhere on the map, or whether he firewalled it and we just didn't hear him over everything else going on. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording again so this doesn't become too long a video, and I'll be back with something else going on. Well, couple of new developments. One, we've now detected the Typhoon and the Yankee again, but we've been sitting at 5 knots ultra quiet for a while. And two, Sierra 5, this Alpha, managed to avoid these torpedoes that were chasing him, the Russian ones, for long enough such that he is now scot-free. So I've immediately launched at him. I took a risk. He's close enough to be dangerous, and he's kind of outflanking me. He's behind me. And he didn't hear the launch at the time. He was still doing 30 odd knots. He'd just come off the power and slowing down. Now, I don't know whether he's going to hear Torpedo 1. I would suspect he would. Because he's dropped right back to 5 knots, but he may mistake it for just...
sonar lost contact.
Hey!
Sierra 7, last bearing 104. Contact breaking up.
That's a little unexpected. But okay, I will take it. I guess we can't see it. Nope. Oh well. Oh well, anyway. I didn't want to see it, to be fair, but the fact that we got the Akula is good news. Okay. So that was one of my torpedoes I sent a while ago. That might be one of the first launch. So yeah, I don't know where the Yankee is, but we're getting better detection. And it looks like... It looks like something may have detected my launch other than the Alpha. So, yeah, and there's a Moss heading this sort of south-southeast, and that may have impacted it too, but yeah. So I launched Torpedo 1, I launched that towards the Alpha. Once the torpedo had cleared the sub and the wire was still intact, ran it west. And I'm going to turn it south soon. Did this Alpha getting a good ping on me? You see. Yeah, there's a good chance he is. I think I want to turn away from this guy, just in case.
Come left to 036, helm I.
Getting 7 decibel return.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 140. Contact faded.
He's turning towards me, but he's bumped his speed up, so I reckon he can detect the torpedo 12 knots. I may not have needed to turn away after all. Yeah, -4. Okay, he's picked up his speed, so let's run this torpedo south. He can run away very effectively from this torpedo. What's it saying? I think it's 41 knots is what they're rated in the game. Yeah, 41. Well, this torpedo will do 55, the Mark 48. Wonderful. But it's still, that's harder to deal with compared with, say, if he's able to do 30 knots.
096, helm I.
Engagement seems to be down between myself and an Alpha. Oh, there's the Typhoon. Hello. Is it not moving? Let's take a look. Did I hit it? Nope. He seems to be completely intact. That's disappointing. Yeah, that's very disappointing. Okay. I really should get a torpedo or two off towards this guy.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 142.
That weird sounding sonar is the mid-range, I believe. Oh.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 127.
Con, helm, steady course.
Really want to take out this Alpha. He's concerning me, and I really want to get something towards this Typhoon. He's concerning me too. Oh, he's increasing speed. Has he detected something? Oh, he might be being attacked. That's good. All right.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
Yay.
1, last bearing
Hey,
129. Contact breaking up.
Shouldn't have doubted, but the Yankee has been hit by a torpedo, so that noisemaker must have been the Yankee evading. And this Typhoon is, let's back down to 8 knots to get something out in that direction. He's heading away from me. Okay. Is he going to hit me? What's going to hit me if I launch?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 138. Contact faded.
Nothing that we know of.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 144. Contact faded.
Alright, we got something out, and I'm going to run it south just ever so slightly, and then I'm going to run it towards the target. I don't want to mess around too much. I need the legs on this torpedo to get to the Typhoon. But that said, I also don't want to give away my position too much. He's only 12,000 yards away, which isn't the end of the world, but and this Mike here, what's he doing? Looks like he's sprint drift trying to detect me. He will and active.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, so I really want to keep the wire on this torpedo here on torpedo tube 1 because this Alpha's a slippery little family show, don't want to swear. A slippery little submarine, and he will evade me if I'm not careful, so let's
Con
see.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 220.
Do that. Right. And he doesn't have special coating, so I can use active sonar here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to distract everyone. Go. So it's now picking actively. And it's going to help the torpedo.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 145.
In the terminal guidance phase.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 138.
Which is good.
Con
And
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 138. Contact faded.
we want to see boom boom.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 138. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 13. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
That doesn't sound good.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2.
Oh, Alpha, you're about to eat it. Oh, come on,
Con
come
sonar,
on.
lost contact. Sierra
No.
6, last bearing 138. Contact
Why?
faded.
I had the wrong torpedo
Con sonar,
selected.
regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 138.
I am the worst submarine driver ever. Torpedo driver ever. Ah, I could have had him.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 223.
Oh, not letting you do that. I'm having you. I'm manually steering it using the number keypad. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Con sonar,
Yes.
lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 224. Contact breaking up.
Right, as cool as that is, I gotta get back here because Sierra
Con
5.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 139. Contact faded.
Sierra 5 fired upon me. Oh, okay. He fired in the direction of a torpedo then, but was it mine or was it someone else's? I don't know. Kind of want to take out this mic because it's there. I have nothing against mics. Just to clarify, just to clear that up. Is he going to detect a launch? How fast is he traveling at? 20 knots. So, no, he's not. Alright, well, let's get something out then.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
I'm going to get something out and immediately turn
Con
it away.
sonar, launch transient from.
Okay, that's not good. That's very not good. Question is, does, I guess, Sierra 3 know where I am?
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
That's really disappointing, that. I should have anticipated, I suppose, but there we go. So Sierra 3 is legging it. He's firewater's throttle. He's heading in the direction of the Typhoon. He'll give that away at least. And see if we can take ourselves on a mic. Mike's a fast little so-and-so's as well. Is it 44 knots? No, it's not the mic. It's something else. And thank goodness the Akula was firing upon my Moss. Okay. So we may yet take out the Akula and the mic, and ideally the Typhoon. The Typhoon has way disappeared by now. I could use Torpedo 4 to tackle the mic too. He's doing 20, yeah, he's doing 20 knots, so he's not being sneaky. And he's not even that deep, he's only 500 foot. Akula's running away. Again, what I want to say is not politically correct, but chicken. Yeah, that's his sonar. Very distinctive sound. Some of the SSGNs do the same thing too. Alright, well I'm going to get this thing in the same direction. I suspect then that the Typhoon is heading more this way. So I guess I'll ping that that way. And maybe we might pick up the Typhoon. We can't right now. But that's okay.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Alright, I'm going to accelerate time. There doesn't seem to be any risk of counterattack at the moment. Famous last words.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 139.
Okay. Still in the general vicinity of where I thought it might be. Which is good. Okay. He's doing 16 knots, so we might get a bead on him where he is. What I'm hoping is he's going to give the game away. Yeah, he's accelerating. He's going to give the game away, and I'll know where he is, and I can track him down. And if I can just hit him once, that might slow him down, and he becomes an easier target. Especially if he heads to the surface. Now, I don't think I bought any cruise missiles today. I did. I bought some harpoons. It would be really wonderful to catch this guy on the surface and harpoon him. Plus, it saves a torpedo. Yeah, we'll see how well that works. This mic is maybe giving the game away as well, so there's still a lot that could go very right here, and a lot that could go very wrong. We know we have 3 contacts left. I'm going to head in their direction, I think. I'm not going to go very quickly.
Right to 133, helm aye.
Right, let's yeah, it'd be wonderful if I can get the Typhoon on the surface. That'd be a fantastic end to it. I'd be very happy with that. Okay, the Akuula's turning around, so he probably has cleared his baffles. Yeah, he's slowed down as well. Typhoon's up to 22 knots, so he's decided he's detected the incoming torpedo, so he's for the off. Okay.
Con, helm, steady course.
Right. I think it's time to let Torpedo 4 start to search. I'll let it run out to the end of its range. If I can just get a proper bead on this guy. Yeah, he's 25 knots. I will very slowly get a bead on him, but not for a time. I can cut Torpedo 4 loose when its sonar's gone, or when it's in active mode, and maybe fire upon the mic. That would be sensible. He's kind of close, and he's definitely a threat, but he can't hear me. Oh, he's running away from... yeah, okay. The Akuula may be a bigger threat, though the mic can't hear a thing. Alright, let's let... I think this guy's... I'm going to make it further south. No, I'm not. Let's make it active. Okay. Alright, well, let's keep that thing... Guess we'll keep the depth where it is. Let's just drop the depth again. There we go. And I really want to detect this guy. That would be so wonderful. I can't get the depth down to the same as him. There we go. He's actually coming up. Oh, I don't know whether he will have got a whiff of this torpedo following it. He knows that there's something following him for sure. And the sensible thing for him to do is not turn around, just keep going. We'll see. Let's zoom out again and let's let this thing play out. That torpedo's got 9 minutes left on the counter. That Akuula's coming back for another bite. Okay, we're getting a bit of a better position on the Typhoon. Gonna send... Come on, come on. Torpedo 3. Keep it cruising for a little longer. You get much better range when they're cruising. And this mic is concerning
Come
me a
left
little.
2097. Helm I.
He's not going to hear anything, but he's not really where I'd like him to be. Well, alright, let's keep it going.
Con, helm, steady course.
Oh, there you are. Depth. Hello, Typhoon. Surprise. And this thing is gonna... Oh, and the mic... Yeah, I was watching what the mic was doing, and now it looks like he's slowed right down. The same time that the Typhoon changes course. Okay, so he's... Does the Typhoon drop to speed? Whoa.
Con, fire control, weapon
Right,
acquired.
got him. Okay, good. I feel I could disengage this torpedo and get another one out towards the mic. But...
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 132.
I really need to hit this Typhoon. 3 could always engage the mic as well. Torpedo 3. Yeah, I'm a little apprehensive about. I always get a little apprehensive when things seem to be on such a knife edge. Let's just check in on what Torpedo 4's
Con
doing.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 133.
I'm going to turn you back towards the target. I don't need for you to be evading it. Ping it.
Con, fire control, weapon
Hey,
acquired.
pinging it worked. Maybe. Hey, hello. Surprise. Bet you didn't expect this to happen, did you?
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 134.
Finally. Right. Get that reloaded, and let's get the mic is probably going to hear this. I want to get one out to the mic, I think, but I also don't want to get detected because it's going to ruin my plans for everything else. See now, oh, I know why. It's because I came out of ultra silent mode. 6 decibels. Right, well, let's go back to see what the Typhoon is doing. 9 knots, and he's still deep. Okay. I've slowed him down though, which is good. Very good. You know what? I'm gonna
Con
use...
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
Ooh, that's not good. I don't see that torpedo yet. But he can definitely detect me. So...
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
This... What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? 3 is gonna be fine. 3 is okay. I think if this guy's launched at me, I'm in big
Come
trouble.
right 212. Helm I.
He's probably gonna detect this.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I'm gonna have to fire upon this guy. This is not good.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Get out of here.
Make turns for 1.
Con sonar, launch transient from
Yeah.
Sierra 3.
You detected that. We figured. And have you got USET 80s? Let me see. Yeah. No, wait. Yes. Oh, yes, you do. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 1-5. knots.
This could all go very, very horribly wrong right now.
Come right 220. Helm aye.
What I want to do is get number one. Torpedo 1 really needs to take on this guy. It's to kill him. Let me see. Range there. We are still 5,000 yards away. But I'm going to close the distance.
Helm. Steady course.
Right, we're running that one active. Best chance of him detecting it, Torpedo 3. I really want to guide this thing, but I think it's pretty much close enough that, yeah, Typhoon's gone back up to 23 knots, so let's make this thing active. I need this Typhoon to take another one out the Jacksy, so to speak. And I'm going to fire my last Moss. Very concerned about how close
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
these missiles are going to be. So, we're running low on torpedoes. Okay. We've got a few. And it's running myself at 15 knots because I can guarantee that I've got... I can nearly guarantee that my wire is going to remain attached on the torpedo. Which is useful to have right now. I think I can get rid of this.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 107.
went
Contact faded.
Quiet on me. Okay. Right, Torpedo 3 is getting close to the detection range on this Typhoon. And the Typhoon's back up to 24 knots. He's accelerating. Probably assessed the damage. Says it's not that bad, Captain. We can still make it. Okay. Yeah, and he's now turning. His mistake.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I think I want to maybe use active sonar on number 3. Let's try it. Didn't work.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4. Bearing
Got him.
105.
Alright. So the Typhoon is hopefully a done deal by at this point. Let this torpedo dive down.
Noisemaker bearing 133.
We have got our towed array in, so we're able to crank it up if we need to in terms of speed. But right now, I don't know where the enemy torpedoes are. I don't really want to slow down to take a look. Let's lock this to me. So my Moss is 1,500 yards away, give or take. That's good because it means that the further away the Moss is from me, the better it is in terms
Con
of
sonar noisemaker bearing 133.
in terms of the torpedo not detecting me when it loses track of the Moss. So we'll ping this guy. Yep, using active sonar. Let's see if we can detect him. Oh, we're right on top of him. There he is. Have a second torpedo.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 133.
Get him, get him, get him. Yes! Thank goodness. Not dead yet, but didn't want to see the innards of you. Right, 2 hits down on this guy. Let me see. How's he looking? He's disappeared. He's bruised. Okay, well that was fair enough. And that's what I wanted to see. As now is my Moss is 2,000 yards away. More than 2,000 yards, which is great. That's wonderful news. What that means is that this torpedo should not lose track of the Moss, when it's circling around, detect me. There's the second one. Okay. And the mic is nowhere to be seen.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Feel brave. I've dropped my speed to 5 knots. Might end in tears if this thing does detect me, but I don't think it can at this range. Wouldn't help to at least check. 16, yeah, it's completely fine. Yeah. Alright, then now we can have a go at it. Oh, hello. What's this? See if we can get a better detection on where the mic is. I dropped to ultra silent, deployed my towed array. It's going to get much better microphone readings around me. The incoming torpedo from, I guess, Sierra 3 is not really a threat. That's this thing south of my Moss because it's heading right for the Moss. Yeah, it's not a threat. Do with knowing where this mic is. Still nothing. Should have made a note of where he was. I think he's between my torpedo and Sierra 7, between that Akula, that deceased Akula.
Con, fire control.
There we go. Okay, you found him. Oh, I was about right. Okay, he's right in there. Now we'll try actively pinging him with the sonar, see if it drops it. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm guessing he's got that funky... Whoa. What are you doing, Sunshine? Come on. It's right there. Get him. Kill. Eat. Let's ping him again with active sonar. That seemed to have messed up the torpedo sensor. Yeah, see how the torpedo is pointing right at him. It's at pretty much the right depth, but it's not detecting him because oh, it was the right depth. Well, let's reduce the depth here. I'll be freaking out this crew, so psychological warfare, fantastic. Actually hitting them in the flank with the torpedo, less fantastic. But I can, I wonder, let's try something. Let's lull them into a false state of security by, they're not necessarily being tracked by the torpedo. I'm not going to change its...
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Not going to change its depth. And then what we'll do is we'll... Oh, I did it anyway. Okay. And say we'll turn off active sonar. And we'll,
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 100.
let it guide in and passive, but I didn't need to because the torpedo is not fooled by a noisemaker right now. Good lad. He's a good lad. Hello, Michael. Yeah, it's at my class.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0.
Yep,
9,
not
8.
fooled by that either. I missed. Genius. Absolute genius. I missed. Way to go, David. That takes some skill. Let's try that again, shall we? Because... Oh, he aggressively surfaced. I guess he's... Yeah, and it worked. The torpedo's like, what? I don't know how to deal with that.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 097.
Huh. I've tried that with the torpedo and it worked as well, but that was through ineptitude, not through planning it. trying to drop it on its head.
Con sonar lost
There we go.
contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 098. Contact breaking up.
Guess I got it in the flank after all. That's a big asshole. Sorry, that's a rather chunky hole. Okay, great. So, 2 left, and this Typhoon is probably in a bad way.
Come left to 155. Helm
This
I.
Akula, though, is completely fine. Right, let's so we'll reload the tube. Can anyone detect me? Typhoon, no. Akula, yes. But if I turn towards it, maybe not on active sonar. Then that's good. If I turn towards it, I'm not going to need my towed array, but yeah, that's useful. And he may have turned around. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording again. I'm very aware this could be a very long video.
Come left to 148. Helm I.
I'll be back when there's something else going on. I am not sure what this Typhoon captain is doing, but he is all over the place. So I decided I'm going to, well, fortune favors the brave. I get my words out. So I've launched both a Mark 48 towards his general direction, which I can now modify because he's moved, and also the Akula as well. So the Akula has dropped off sensors completely. I guess I'm pointing towards it. I think he's maybe further east than his last reported location. But I'm running 15 knots right now. I'm actually going to turn south.
Come right to 180.
And then we're going to drop to ultra quiet and just take a listen with the towed array pointing a little bit more towards
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
towards the potential targets. Well, let's see if we pick anything else up. I really want to pick up the Akula.
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, I think this Typhoon, I don't think it's... maybe they're drinking vodka. So his test depth is 1900 feet. I'm going on the book. But let's take a look. He's got, I mean, not that big a hole in it. Well, it's the same size hole as the mic, but the mic's tiny compared to this guy. And he doesn't look like he's got that much damage. But he is all over the place, and I don't think he's being tracked by a torpedo. I can't detect one. So I don't really know what's going on. Other than, like I say, maybe they've been at the vodka a little bit. I don't know. No idea where this Akula is. I'm sending these torpedoes are just cruising, although I think 2... I don't know where it is. So maybe 2 can actively ping when it gets to distance and see if that spooks the Akula. I imagine the Akula's pegged it south. He's decided he's not going to escort the Typhoon anymore. Typhoon's fine, and off he goes. So, let's accelerate time, but I'll keep the recording going. Let's make this one active sonar when it gets to the distance. My towed array out? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, hello, Typhoon.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 141.
That's not very good. That implies it's pretty close. So... I'm sure it's not, right? I mean, it wouldn't be. Surely it wouldn't be. Maybe? Surely? Oh, they're pretty close, though. Yeah. Let's make this thing live. And I'm just going to have it circle. This might spook the Akula if it's close. The plan here is, hey, if I lose a Mark 48, the first one, but spook the Akula, I'll send another couple in his general direction. So far, he's not spooked, but he can detect me on active sonar. Which probably means he's to the side, maybe. And that didn't work. It didn't spook him. Okay, fair enough. Should probably have known better. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, well, I think the Typhoon may have gotten spooked by that one instead, so he may have decided to go somewhere else, but let's get back on accelerate time. Very interesting what this Typhoon's doing. And he's not losing depth. Is this a cooler? 5,500 yards, he can't be that close. Surely. I'll never say can't, because it totally could be, and he's not using his active sonar. He's most definitely getting closer. My torpedo tube 2's only got 4 minutes left of fuel, so I'm going to point it towards the target. Torpedo 1, see look at the difference there. That's got 14 minutes because it's cruising as opposed to going flat out. So torpedo 2 is probably not going to make it to the target. It might, but 1 certainly is. It's going to arrive, and hopefully the target will be spooked. And that just leaves Sierra 3, the Akula. Alright, let's see how this thing plays out. If I was driving the Typhoon, I would be keeping the throttle firewalled.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Instead, this is happening.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 131.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Burning through it with the active sonar. So there he is. Then there's a second one on the way, which I'm going to make active right now. Hope it's going to detect.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 130. Con sonar, lost contact.
Okay,
Sierra
so we
6,
got
last
the boomer
bearing 130. Contact
with the first
breaking
one,
up.
and then let's see if the
Con,
second
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Mark 48 can detect the burning, twisting wreckage. It took 3 hits to down this Typhoon, but this torpedo can't do much else. I don't
Con,
think
fire control, weapon acquired.
it can't really threaten the Akula. I don't know where the Akula is, unless it's very close. So instead, he's just gonna tackle the wreckage, which is in the distance. So yay! Okay, nice little result. It's nothing like making sure it's dead. Actually, you could probably hit it if it's on the bottom as well. Yep, it's on the bottom. So I was about to get
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
another hit. Okay, so we made double sure that it wasn't going to be salvaged by the crew on board. Okay, that just leaves the Akula, and we don't know where this guy is, other than we have an idea he's 4,000 yards away. I don't like that. That's very close. Very close. Well, I guess we're going to point our nose towards it. Let's get the towed array in.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
No, we need the towed array. So look at my own ship on the computer bottom right. Active sonar 32 decibels of my own. Passive sonar, we're only hearing him at -2, but towed area we're hearing him at 6. So we've got a
left to
detection on him.
7 helm I.
Let's see if the onboard low frequency passive sensor goes up. That is one noisy, destroyed boomer. Not even that far away from it. Why? Can you like wreckage quietly, please? So towed area is up to 8 and passive is up to 0. That's good. Still thinks it's 3,500 yards. If he's that close, this is dangerous to be. Let's withdraw this. Yeah, it's dangerous to be that close. Okay, so we're at 1 decibel passive
Con,
sonar.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Quiet. Maximize the chance of me hearing him. This is what the game is telling me where he is. So we don't really know. Yeah, there's nothing there, which we didn't expect. 3. Okay, I'm definitely. I must be close.
Con, helm, steady course.
This doesn't really seem very sensible course of action to be doing, but I don't know what else to do, given that it says I'm 2,000 yards away from him, and I've got no mosses. Let's take a look from his perspective, and we kind of no, we're not like we're here. We don't see anything. We don't expect to. Yeah, he really is that close, surely. Somehow, as though I could see myself here. Maybe. This doesn't really strike me as a very sensible course of action, like I say, but I don't know what else to do, and I don't think he can necessarily hear me. Oh, he can now. Oh, he's 1,000 yards away. This is gonna hurt. Okay, so options. I can firewall it and fire at the same time. And that might work. But right now, I think he can detect me and I can detect him. We're both going at each other head on. Almost head on. It's an offset head on pass. You don't dogfight in a submarine. He might decide to shoot at me and then miss and circle back and hit himself. I kind of want to get that nice cinematic shot of the two submarines going right at each other head on. So I kind of want to do that. I also don't want to lose my boat. There is only one Narwhal. It'd be very embarrassing. We can't see him yet. Yes, we can. There we go. And is he cavitating now? Still doing... He's got to hear me. Just put his towed area out. He's probably like, nah, this guy's not crazy enough to do that, surely. Yes, I am. Of all the stupid things I've done, this is definitely one of them. Turn slightly away. No, I'm not. Turn right towards him. Isn't that a beautiful sight to see? Really want my torpedo tubes to be pointing towards him when the inevitable attack from me comes. I'm gonna point my nose up. Think as well. I may have left it a little too late, but any sudden action he's gonna fire. See, now his tubes are not pointing towards me. It's buy me a little bit of time. But wowzers, if this is not stupid. I mean, clearly this is what you want to do, right? It's really not. Okay, well let's I've lost my mini-map on my external camera view, which is a shame, but that's okay. We don't need that anyway.
Passing 1,300
Alright,
feet.
let's go ahead and fire. Alright, Sunshine. Remember me?
Con.
Make turns for 2, 5,
Sonar, launch transit
That's
from
not good.
Sierra
That
3.
missed. That seriously missed. That's really not good. Come on.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why?
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 1,100 feet.
What are you doing? Now you're in trouble.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Okay, let's head to the
make turns
surface.
for 2, 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I need to get the heck out of here.
Passing
Actually-
800 feet.
No, no, I'm all good.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Right, well that appears to have been that. I did not know exactly how well that was going to go, but
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
as it happened, we have a nice line of dead submarines and one guy that took 4 to the south, and thank goodness this torpedo did not track, because that would have been a pretty bittersweet ending. Who's the more stupid, or who's the fool or the damn fool that follows him? And I believe Obi Wan Kenobi said that. Well, I think that just about wraps up today's video.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
I need a sponge, and I need a cold flannel, because this room's gotten awfully warm during the last 2 hours or so I've been playing this mission. Hope that you enjoyed it and got something from it. Feedback's always appreciated, but mostly have a great day, and thanks for just hanging out with me today and tolerating me those close-in passes with enemy submarines. God, they're so cinematic, but wow, you wouldn't do that in real life. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.